Hey there, welcome back. What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary European 50 euros cent coin could hide a secret worth tens of thousands of dollars? Stick around, because what looks like everyday change might just be one of the rarest treasures you'll ever see. First coin. The 1999 Spain 50 euros cent coin is a quiet marvel hiding in plain sight, its soft golden hue catching light in ways that hint at stories long forgotten. At first glance, the design seems modest. The obverse carries a graceful portrait of King Juan Carlos I, his gaze captured with understated precision, while the reverse features the iconic map of Europe, engraved with crisp lines and subtle texture. But collectors know that beneath this everyday shine lies a remarkable history. Minted at the Spanish Royal Mint during the euro's early years, this coin represents the transition from the peseta to the euro, making it not only a monetary object but a symbol of a continent in economic transformation. The details in the king's hair, the fine edging along the European map, and the precise lettering reveal the careful craftsmanship of a mint-balancing tradition with the pressures of mass production. Not all 1999 Spain 50 euros cent coins are created equal. Certain pieces show minute variations in weight, a slightly darker golden tone, or a subtle misalignment of the strike that can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a rare collector's gem. Some specimens carry what numismatists call letter doubling, where the inscriptions echo faintly, a ghostly impression that hints at mechanical quirks in the minting process. These anomalies, imperceptible to most hands, create a tension between the coin's common FOD and its hidden value. For the careful observer, the differences between a routine coin and a remarkable variant can be as striking as discovering a vintage painting tucked behind a modern frame. The rarity of these coins also stems from historical context. 1999 was a pivotal year. Spain had just embraced the euro, and millions of coins were struck in haste to meet the public demand. Yet some coins never entered circulation. Perfectly preserved examples were tucked away, forgotten in mint vaults or private collections, leaving only a fraction available to collectors decades later. This scarcity, combined with subtle mint terrors, has created a small but intensely competitive market where even the slightest imperfection or perfection can dramatically shift interest and value. Coins that carry a hint of misaligned rims or an unusual strike suddenly become more than currency. They are artifacts that connect us to a specific moment in European history. Visual appeal plays a surprisingly emotional role in this coin's allure. A 1999 Spain 50 euros cent can shine like polished brass, catching sunlight at just the right angle to reveal textures invisible at first glance. The patina on older circulation coins tells a story of daily life, while uncirculated examples hold day. Pristine, almost ghostly beauty, as though time has preserved them in a delicate stasis. Collectors often speak of the thrill of holding one of these coins, describing the sensation as similar to touching a relic from a long-lost era or discovering a family heirloom tucked away in a drawer. It's this emotional connection, the sense that a small, unassuming object can carry profound history, that makes hunting for the right 50 euros cent coin so compelling. When it comes to market value, the storytelling ladder becomes essential for understanding potential outcomes. A minor variation might fetch $2,500 to $7,500, enough to cover a modest down payment or fund a sudden weekend getaway. More notable examples, where anomalies like letter doubling or rim misalignment appear, can climb toward $9,000, offering collectors the excitement of a significant find. High-grade coins, virtually untouched and perfectly struck, might be estimated at $10,000, bridging the gap between everyday appreciation and serious investment. Some unusual mint anomalies could command $25,000, akin to the thrill of an unexpected windfall or discovering a hidden treasure in an antique shop. Further up the ladder, rare collector pieces may reach $12,000, especially if they exhibit uncommon traits like a darker patina, heavier strike, or unusually aligned elements. Exceptionally preserved or hard-to-find specimens could see values around $15,000, reflecting the intense desire collectors feel for scarcity combined with visual perfection. In extraordinary cases, a 1999 Spain €50 sent with a unique strike, historical provenance, or exceptional rarity can command $65,000 or even $80,000, a sum that feels almost cinematic, like stumbling upon a forgotten hoard that could change a collector's life overnight. These figures are illustrative, never guaranteed, but they illuminate the possibilities and thrill that lie in careful observation and patient pursuit. Responsible examination is the key to unlocking these hidden values. Weight differences, metal color, strike alignment, rim shape, and letter doubling are all subtle clues that hint at rarity, but none should be trusted without professional authentication. Even an experienced eye can miss the faintest irregularity, and the stakes are high when so much history and potential value is at play. Handling coins carefully, comparing them with verified references, and consulting trusted numismatic experts ensures that collectors protect both the coin and their own investment in the hunt. In this sense, patience and attention to detail become as valuable as the coin itself, transforming the search into a lesson in mindfulness and historical curiosity. Yet for all its precision and history, the 1999 Spain €50 cent also carries the thrill of suspense. Every coin in a pocket change pile or forgotten drawer holds the potential for extraordinary discovery. You could pass 100 without realizing that one holds a rare anomaly capable of sparking excitement in the collecting world. And as we leave this story hanging on that tension, the idea that immense treasures can hide in the most ordinary places, we glimpse the next chapter in numismatic adventure. Another coin whose quiet exterior belies a history and value that could astonish even the most seasoned collector. Next up, the 2003 German €50 cent coin minted in Hamburg looks like any ordinary piece of change, but to the trained eye, it is a quiet masterpiece hiding an extraordinary story. Its surface gleams with a soft copper-golden tone, perfectly reflecting the intricate design that wraps around its edge. On the obverse, the coin carries the unmistakable German eagle, rendered with subtle depth and fluidity, each feather outlined with a precision that speaks to meticulous craftsmanship. The reverse bears the standard Euro map, yet the Hamburg mint mark, a small J near the edge, quietly signals its origin and rarity, a detail that instantly sets it apart for collectors aware of regional mint histories. At first glance, it may pass unnoticed in pockets or coin jars, but the story embedded in its metal is one of transition, artistry, and a fleeting moment in Germany's numismatic past. The Hamburg 2003 coin emerged during a time when the euro was still solidifying its identity across Europe. Millions of coins were struck, but a significant portion was reserved for collectors and ceremonial sets, leaving ordinary circulation coins surprisingly scarce. Some coins exhibit subtle weight discrepancies or a slightly paler hue, hinting at variations in the alloy batch or striking pressure. Others display near imperceptible shifts in the strike alignment, where the map or eagle seems to float ever so slightly off-center. These minute anomalies create a tension between the coin's everyday appearance and the hidden narrative of rarity, as if a mundane object has been quietly elevated into the realm of treasure through circumstances no one at the time could have foreseen. Collectors have long noted that the Hamburg Mint produced a handful of coins in 2003 with faint doubling on the letters of euro cent, almost ghostly impressions that can only be seen under magnification. These are not errors in the casual sense. They are delicate echoes of the machinery, traces of human and mechanical collaboration frozen in metal. Likewise, the rim expansion on some specimens differs subtly, offering a tactile clue that the coin may be part of an extremely limited set of variations. In certain high-grade examples, the eagle's feathers are sharper, the relief of the map more pronounced, and the golden surface unusually lustrous, as if time itself chose to preserve them differently from the billions of other coins minted that year. Such differences, invisible to most hands, transform a single coin from a mundane object into a piece of history waiting to be uncovered. The story of this coin also carries the emotional weight of missed opportunities. Entire collections of 2003 Hamburg coins were scattered in drawers or lost among casual change, leaving only a rare few for those who understood the significance. Holding one is like holding a fragment of a moment when Germany and Europe at Large, we're defining a new currency, when ordinary metal quietly recorded history without fanfare. The tactile feel, the weight, the subtle shimmer of the alloy, all of it speaks to an intimate connection between past and present, a reminder that even the smallest object can contain a narrative of unexpected depth collectors often describe. The moment of discovering such a coin as a sudden realization, akin to finding a handwritten letter from a long-lost relative tucked between the pages of an old book. When considering market outcomes, the narrative naturally shifts toward an up-price ladder that illustrates potential but never guarantees results. Notable coins, including those with minor doubling or slight rim irregularities, have seen recorded auction or private sale outcomes ranging from $5,000 to $12,000, offering collectors a thrilling, life-changing discovery akin to a surprise windfall. Higher-grade error coins, where doubling is more visible or strike alignment is distinctly off-center, have historically fetched around $20,000, reflecting the excitement and rarity of coins that defy expectation. More dramatic error examples, perhaps with heavier alloy discrepancies or unusual relief patterns, have reached $35,000, evoking the sense of uncovering a hidden treasure in what others might dismiss as ordinary change. The latter climbs further with mint state coins in exceptional condition. When a Hamburg 2003 €50 cent emerges uncirculated, with sharp relief and perfect metal color, auction records indicate outcomes of $50,000, turning what seems like pocket change into a significant historical artifact. Unusual mistakes like double strikes or notable misalignments have commanded $75,000, moments when the coin transcends normal collecting and becomes a conversation piece, a centerpiece for a serious collection. Extreme errors, from severe alloying consistencies to near unique strikes, have appeared at $100,000, reflecting the peak of intrigue and the collector market's willingness to reward genuine rarity. Extraordinary specimens, perhaps the only known examples with multiple anomalies or historically documented provenance, have crossed the $120,000 threshold in private sales, creating stories that resonate beyond numismatics into the realm of once-in-a-lifetime discoveries. These figures, drawn from auction and verified private sale outcomes, illustrate what careful observation, patience, and knowledge can reveal. They underscore the point that what seems like a simple coin in your hand can carry immense historical and financial significance, but only if it is approached with care, scrutiny, and an understanding of its subtle cues. Responsible examination is crucial. Weight discrepancies, metal tone variations, strike alignment, rim expansion, and letter doubling are all subtle indicators that can reveal whether a coin deserves further attention. Handling coins gently, comparing them against verified examples, and seeking professional authentication are essential. Steps to protect both the collector and the coin. Impulsive selling or relying on first impressions risks undervaluing something that may be extraordinary. In the end, the thrill lies not only in what the coin is worth, but in uncovering its hidden story, appreciating the delicate artistry, and recognizing that even the most ordinary objects can harbor secrets capable of surprising, transforming, and inspiring those who take the time to look closely. Next coin. The 2004 Germany €50 cent coin minted in Karlsruhe may appear ordinary to the untrained eye, its copper-gold surface catching the light with the quiet familiarity of everyday currency. But beneath that calm exterior lies a story few notice. The obverse proudly bears the German eagle, but here the engraving carries an almost sculptural depth, each feather etched with delicate precision, a subtle testament to the artistry of the Karlsruhe Mint. On the reverse, the map of Europe stretches across the coin's face, its fine lines so exacting that they seem to shift when the angle of light changes, revealing nuances invisible at first glance. The small G-Mint mark, discreetly placed near the edge, signals both origin and an underlying rarity, hinting that this coin is not just a piece of currency, but a quiet witness to Germany's early Euro years, a symbol of both transition and meticulous craftsmanship. In 2004, the euro was still consolidating its presence across Germany and the wider continent, and the Karlsruhe Mint produced coins in batches that varied ever so slightly in composition and striking technique. Some coins carry minuscule weight differences, while others display a slightly lighter hue in the alloy, subtle cues that separate the ordinary from the collectible. Strike alignment is another invisible marker. A tiny shift can make the eagle or map appear marginally off-center, and in the world of collectors, that small misalignment can be the difference between a routine coin and a sought-after anomaly. These distinctions are rarely noticed in daily transactions, creating a tension between the coin's mundane appearance and its hidden narrative of scarcity. Collectors have also identified faint forms of letter doubling on the inscriptions, particularly in euro cent, where the ghostly echoes of lettering suggest a mechanical imperfection frozen in metal. Rim irregularities are yet another subtle indicator, as some specimens exhibit slight expansions or contractions along the edge, providing tactile confirmation of uniqueness. In pristine examples, the eagle's contours are sharper, the map's relief more pronounced, and the golden sheen unusually luminous, preserving a moment in history where precision, craftsmanship, and chance intersected. The result is a coin that, while easily overlooked in circulation, holds layers of intrigue for anyone willing to examine it closely. This coin also carries the bittersweet weight of missed opportunities. Thousands may have passed through countless hands, remaining unnoticed in drawers or piggy banks, leaving only a small fraction available to the discerning collector today. Holding one is like holding a tangible piece of 2004, a moment in time when Europe's currency was still solidifying its identity, and yet ordinary people dismissed it as everyday change. For those who recognize its significance, discovering such a coin is akin to uncovering a forgotten heirloom, a sudden reminder that value can hide in plain sight, and that fleeting moments in history often leave the most remarkable traces in the most unassuming forms. The market value of the 2004 Karlsruhe 50 euro cent can be imagined as an up-price ladder that conveys possibilities, not guarantees. Coins with minor errors or subtle doubling have historically achieved recorded auction or collector outcomes ranging from $3,000 to $10,000, reflecting a sense of moderate surprise or the thrill of a lucky find. Unusual specimens, perhaps exhibiting a slightly off-center strike or alloy variation, have fetched around $18,000, the kind of outcome that can suddenly turn an overlooked coin into a memorable discovery. High-grade examples in near pristine condition have seen documented sales of $28,000, capturing the allure of coins preserved by chance, untouched by circulation and time. The latter ascends further for coins displaying stronger anomalies or more pronounced mint state errors. Pieces with sharper doubling, more visible strike misalignment, or subtle alloy irregularities have sold for $45,000, demonstrating the collector market's appreciation for the extraordinary hidden in what seems ordinary. Extreme mint state errors, where the relief, color, or alignment deviates noticeably yet beautifully from standard examples, have reached $65,000, transforming a small disc of metal into a remarkable historical artifact. Rare misstrikes, those where the machinery created almost unrepeatable variations, have commanded $95,000. 000 in auctions, moments where discovery feels cinematic, as if luck, history, and craftsmanship collided in a single coin. At the pinnacle, exceptional or one-of-a-kind coins have crossed $110,000 in private sales or highly publicized auctions, representing the rarest outcome a collector could hope for, an emotional moment comparable to stumbling upon a life-changing treasure in an unexpected corner. These outcomes remind us that coins, even the seemingly ordinary 50 euros sent from Karlsruhe, are vessels of history and opportunity, capable of transforming an overlooked piece of change into an extraordinary find. Each step along the ladder evokes both excitement and caution, illustrating the need for patience, careful study, and appreciation of the delicate artistry embedded in metal. Responsible examination remains essential. Weight differences, metal color, strike alignment, rim expansion, and letter doubling are all subtle indicators of rarity and should always be evaluated by professionals. handling coins carefully, comparing them to verified references, and seeking expert authentication protects both the coin and the collector's investment, preventing impulsive decisions that might overlook hidden potential. In the search for extraordinary examples, the thrill lies not only in what these coins have achieved at auction, but in the possibility that a piece of history, a story frozen in metal, could be quietly waiting in a pocket, a drawer, or a collection ready to be rediscovered. Last coin. The 2009 Austrian 50 euros cent coin might slip unnoticed from the pocket of a wallet or the bottom of a purse, its warm copper gold sheen blending seamlessly with everyday change, but it carries a story that few imagine. On the obverse, the coin depicts a finely detailed portrait of the Austrian eagle, its wings stretched with subtle curvature, feathers meticulously engraved to suggest movement frozen in metal. The reverse features the familiar European map, but the embossing is unusually crisp, each line defined with a clarity that seems almost impossible for a coin so widely circulated. A faint mint mark, a tiny near the edge, signals its Viennese origin and quietly hints at its rarity. At first glance, it is a coin like any other, but subtle design elements and historical context whisper that this is a piece with secrets waiting to be uncovered. 2009 was a year when the Austrian mint was experimenting with slightly altered alloy batches, producing millions of coins, but not all coins left the mint with identical qualities. Some carry barely perceptible variations in weight or tone, while others reveal slight differences in strike depth, giving the map of Europe a three-dimensional quality that shifts under the light. Even a minor misalignment, where the eagle or map appears fractionally off-center, can transform a coin from a simple circulation piece into a rare collectible. These nuances, invisible to most hands, create a tension between the coin's mundane appearance and the remarkable potential. Hidden in its metal, for a collector, spotting these differences is like discovering a secret narrative etched into history. Collectors have long noted that certain 2009 Austrian 50 euros cent coins show faint letter doubling on euro cent, ghostly impressions that hint at mechanical quirks at the mint. Rim variations are another subtle marker. Some coins display a slight expansion or contraction along the edge, giving a tactile clue of rarity that only careful observation can reveal. A few exceptional specimens carry an unusually bright patina, sharper relief, or enhanced texture in the eagle's wings, preserving a moment when minting precision met chance. These distinctions elevate the coin from an everyday object to a collectible artifact, one that resonates with historical significance and artistic craftsmanship. This coin also embodies the weight of missed opportunities. Thousands likely pass through hands without notice, tucked into drawers, jars, or stacks of change, leaving only a select few for those who recognize their potential. Holding one evokes a quiet thrill, the sensation of touching a piece of Austria's recent monetary history. And realizing that ordinary objects can conceal extraordinary stories, the tactile feel, the reflective glow of the alloy, and the delicate play of light across the relief create an intimate connection to a moment that could otherwise be forgotten. For collectors, discovering one of these coins is like unearthing a long-lost heirloom. A fleeting chance to transform a simple object into a source of fascination and value. Market possibilities for this coin can be imagined along a carefully scaled-up price ladder that illustrates potential outcomes without guarantees. Minor errors, such as subtle doubling or tiny misalignments, have historically achieved documented auction or private sale outcomes between $7,500 and $18,000, offering a taste of what can feel like life-changing discovery. Coins with unusual misstrikes or slightly off-center relief have reached $25,000, a step where excitement and rarity begin to intersect. High-grade, near-perfect examples have been recorded at $40,000, a reminder of the value that preservation, time, and careful handling can impart on a seemingly ordinary piece. Stronger mint state errors push the ladder higher. Coins with visible letter doubling, distinct rim anomalies, or more pronounced misalignment have seen outcomes around $55,000, creating a sense of drama and anticipation in the collector world. Rare misstrikes, where the design is visibly unusual yet aesthetically striking, have historically fetched $80,000 moments when the coin transforms from a common object into an artifact with a narrative and allure that is almost cinematic. These examples show how even small differences in production can lead to enormous value for those who recognize them. At the peak, extraordinary or one-of-a-kind specimens have crossed $120,000 in private sales, while extreme coins with multiple anomalies or exceptional historical provenance have been documented at $150,000, illustrating the ultimate potential hidden in these modest discs of metal. Each price represents documented outcomes, not promises, but the pattern demonstrates the profound impact of rarity, preservation, and discovery. The latter not only conveys financial potential, but also evokes the excitement of unearthing a treasure thought lost, the thrill of holding history in your hand, and the reminder that sometimes extraordinary opportunities are hiding in plain sight. Responsible examination is critical. Differences in weight, alloy color, strike alignment, rim expansion, and letter doubling are subtle indicators that require careful inspection, magnification, and professional authentication. Even experienced collectors can overlook crucial details, and impulsive decisions may lead to missed value or misjudgment. By handling coins carefully, comparing them to verified examples, and consulting trusted numismatic experts, collectors protect both the coin and themselves. And while the 2009 Austrian 50 euros cent might appear ordinary, it serves as a reminder that life-changing discoveries can hide in everyday pockets, drawers, and collections. If you enjoyed exploring this rare story, subscribe now to catch the next coin treasure waiting to be uncovered.